Jeff is the co-founder and CEO of SBC, or Stablecoin.xyz. He was previously an economist at Creighton and co-founded Glow Dollar, another stablecoin project.
I'm Jeff, CEO, co-founder, Stablecoin.xyz. We're actually a spin-out company from Braille. So SBC was originally created on the Braille platform early on, and we spun out to focus on building some dev tools to really help developers integrate stablecoins. We think they should be free, easy to use, seamless to integrate, and that's our focus. So appreciate the time to demo and looking forward to digging in here. I'll just jump into it. We're gonna go through 3 repos. We have an app kit, we have a create SBC app repo, and then I'll show you some new things with the swap tool we've built. Let's start with the app kit. First thing we're gonna do here is spin up a smart account and a paymaster that's pre-configured. And what that solves for is gas. We're gonna basically provide you a kit that lets users send transactions, send stablecoins without having to pay for gas. And there's a lot of kind of behind the scenes work that's done to actually implement this. We figured it'd be a lot easier if we just built a kit, make it pre-configured, and make it super easy to include a paymaster with a current wallet. So it should be a much easier type of program to use. And I'll kind of go through the 2 examples tied to that. All right, so first thing, we have a SBC API dashboard. This basically lets you get an API key, giving you access to our paymaster to have gasless features. So all you do here is connect a wallet, super easy, create an API key. I'm gonna call this day 0. And just like that, we have an API key, hopefully, that we can use for this demo. And this is a public thing at dashboard.stablecoin.xyz. So feel free to use it and experiment as well. Okay, I'm gonna jump into terminal here. We're gonna go through the repo app kit. This is all available at our GitHub, and it's all open source. Okay, first things first, let's get a terminal going here. Everybody see that? I kind of zoomed in here. Is that working out well? Perfect. All right. I'm gonna go into my app kit example. We're gonna do this from scratch, so we're gonna move fast. First thing first, I'm gonna actually clone the repo. And here we're gonna go to, we're gonna do a git clone of the app kit repo. That puts the app on. I'm gonna cd into my directory. You'll see there's a bunch of files and packages part of this repo. We're gonna do a quick npm install to install the packages. And you'll see how easy this kind of spins up and how fast it is to work with paymasters. All right, we're gonna do a quick build. First is the core packages, and then I'll do a React example and show you the UI with the actual transaction. This might take a couple of seconds. So one thing that's really important is developers want to, use and integrate stablecoins with a lot of fintech apps. Users don't want to pay for gas. Users don't want to deal with the crypto to really expand the usage of this kind of medium. So we really think the non-Web3 developer could use a kit like this and get things spun up pretty quickly. All right, I'm going to also build the package for React. That's much quicker. All right, it's installed. I'm going to do a quick example here. I'm going to show you how you can configure some of this. We're going to look at, if I can spell that right. We're going to look at the environmental file. Let's see here. I'm all zoomed in, so it's a little tricky. So this is where you can actually implement your SBC API key. That's what we initially had on our dashboard. I'm going to copy that here. And this also gives the option. We're currently using an example here on Base and Base Apolia, but the option to, in this example specifically, we can go to the environmental file here, switch it to Base. We might as well just work on mainnet, include our API key here as well. And there's also an option to do your own RPC URL. So I'll have that as well. Sometimes when you work with Base, it's always better to use another RPC that's not the base specific one. So we'll add that as well. All right, save that. Come back to our file here. I'm going to do a quick copy of the environmental file. And then launch our app. Okay. So just a command, we just run the dev example here. All right, now we got the app running. It's as easy as connecting a wallet. So this comes with a pre-built-in integration to connect the wallet. And what's interesting here is to implement account abstraction, you're going to have to spin up a smart account tied to your EOA. And this app kit automatically spins that up. If you look here, we have a smart account address listed here, and that's connected to the EOA that I connected to the application. I have a balance of a little bit of ETH and some SBC. In this example, I'm going to show a quick one SBC transaction. And you'll see that when I sign, it's going to have 0 gas requirements. It's just confirming the spending cap. And then it'll ask me to provide a signature with no gas. All right, transaction successful. And we can check it out in Basescan. So super easy way. It's all open source, a great place to start if you're a developer looking to implement smart accounts, account abstraction, and paymasters to really get things spun up in a gasless fashion. All right, the next thing I want to quickly show is an even faster way to do this. Let's go back to our cursor. Shut this down. All right, we've also built a node package that is accessible here. All right, and this node package is, with one command, we can spin up this entire kit. It's available at npx create SBC app. And this is the repo I'm referencing here. So you have app kit, and now we have it create SBC app. So I'll run that. I'm going to call the application day 0. It asks me what kind of template. We're building out a React example and Next.js for the backend. We'll do the React. Here's my SBC API key. I can go to my initial dashboard, get that key again. And it's already spun up. So I'll just CD into my app. We'll do the quick install. I'm going to show you there's a little bit of customization we still can do. So we have base Apulia as our default here. I'm going to change the base. I'll add that RPC again. That's all customizable. And then SBC API key is already available. So I'll save that. Go back to our terminal. And then I can just run it with a PNP run dev. All right. Connect the wallet again. We have our app, and it spins up my same wallet that's connected. We're on the chain base, a smart account that's created, and a place to send another transaction. So we'll make sure that works. And it should send without any gas. Okay, transaction successful. Yeah, that's it. I think the key thing here is I'm at 10 minutes, so I want to focus on this. But if people have worked with any account abstraction or paymasters or any of those items, it's a tricky thing to configure and figure out. It's looking a lot better when you have a pre-configured paymaster and a kit to just launch things quickly and spin it up really fast. So I hope this solves a lot of early development issues, especially if you're not in Web3. And yeah, feel free to reach out, and I'm gonna keep the questions going, and we'll try to get them answered for you as well. So appreciate the time.